Yeah, Alright, you're still tuning in Lockdown's Law FM 103.9. 5 minutes gone past 2 o'clock right here. It's time for the People's Court. This is the show that highlights all the drama that happens in the courts as we address issues relating to the everyday man. My name is Nikki Enabong, the president presiding over this court today. I have my legal registrar here with me, Daniela Ajayi.
Yes, my lord.
The jury, please announce your appearance.
Hey! Is my mic not on? Okay. Okay. Hey!
What is a bay? Use your mic.
No, I want to know because okay, there's no problem. My name na Mazo Chiriozo. But if you call me MC Gentle Breezy, we have to come again today to dissect it on a particular issue of which is always lingering our society and making things both to the E and F of people. I will explain that because it's an abbreviation to the Jupiter language. It has been causing a stay and a roar.
Wait, what?
Stay and the roar.
Stay and the roar.
Roar.
My lord, do you understand that?
I don't understand.
R-O, yeah, oh, roar.
R-O?
Yeah, oh.
Okay, now I see.
Kwambosi. Now 103.9 Law FM. Ihe na-eme a na-akpọ People's Court. People's Court webe na chịkọta ikpe ihe niile mere ndị mmadụ. We dissect it. We bring out the truth for you. Mana ka mbutuo ebe ụmụ Igbo nọ, ebe ọbụla nọ, ndị ihe ọma na-adị mma, ndị ihe ọma na-amasị. Anyị abịala ọzọ na 103.9 Law FM. Aha m bụ Maazị Ọchịrị ọzọ, but if you call me MC Gentle Breezy, ebe ị na-eme mmemme ihe ọbụla Chukwu kwadoro gị ị na-achọ onye ga-emere gị kwuru Mgbaja MC Gentle Breezy comedian, that one na for Facebook, Gentle Breezy _comedian, that one na for Instagram, ebe ahụ ka ị ga-achọta m. Anyị abịaghị ọzọ na People's Court today. To the glory of God, let us hear and see what today's case is all about. I am not the only one here. There is a lawyer that I did not want him to preside over the case of today because he made me to lose a case. The other time I said, I petitioned against him. I said, today he's not going to preside. Now he's sitting at the bench. Look at him smiling like Asiwaju is here.
Thank you.
Huh?
You did not know the meaning of it.
It is a matter that concerns you that you will ask. It's not. It's
I'm
not.
my brother's keeper.
Eh?
I'm my brother's keeper.
You people do not look alike. We are the one that even look alike. If you want to
It's not sir.
relate us as a brother. Asiwaju.
Ari fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ẹ̀yin ará Ìbàdàn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bá a sí ní ọ̀sán yìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá iye ní oyin sí 103.9 ibẹ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ibẹ̀ ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ able registrar.
Yeah.
I missed you.
I was just about to sing.
See confusion.
Those listening to us can join us live on Facebook. Yes, hop on to www.facebook.com/LawFM1039. Join us live on Facebook. Don't forget to leave us a comment or send us a message via SMS or WhatsApp or call the phone lines to contribute on the show today. Legal registrar.
Yes, my lord. The matter before this honorable court is suit number LD/026/2022 between Mr. Frank Light and Baba Joseph.
I'm glad Baba Joseph.
Baba Joseph.
The way you are laughing, leave Baba Joseph alone.
That is Baba Joseph, eh? I will go ahead and first. Let us see.
Is he your neighbor?
Let's see what Baba Joseph will have.
Okay, so Frank has dragged his landlord, Baba Joseph, to court over a notice to quit. So Frank has been reportedly giving a notice to quit to vacate his apartment due to an activity that did not please the landlord, Baba Joseph. So the landlord, in a letter, noted that he wanted Frank to move out regardless of the expiration of his tenancy, adding that he had had enough of Frank's inappropriate behavior. The landlord explained that the act of prostitution in which Frank brought several girls into the apartment is the reason for the notice to quit. According to the landlord, several warnings have been given to Frank, the tenant, to desist from his sexual activity, but to no avail. Frank has stated that the landlord had no right to tell him who he could or couldn't bring to his house, and it wasn't the landlord's business if he was sleeping with the girls or not. He also added that he was a peaceful person who went about his business and paid his dues on time. He said that this act by the landlord is as a result of jealousy because the landlord had tried several times to woo one of the girls that came regularly, but she paid no attention to him.
Hey,
People at home.
my lord, I will simply say that this is a connivication of unwarranted points that Barrister Asiwaju have confiscated with this Baba Joseph.
It's not Baba Joseph, it's Baba Joe.
Baba Joe to come and put up to this honorable court. And my lord, first of all, the point I have here is my client who is Frank, number one, he's not owing the landlord. For that fact, the landlord should mind his business.
Number
two, my client is not causing trouble in the compound. That is the more reason why Baba Joe should mind his business. I want to exhaust all the points before I analyze them one after the other. Number three, his business warrants people to visit him on and on. I will explain.
What type of business does
I will explain.
What type of business does
I will explain after the second point. I will come to the fourth point. Yes.
You want to
the third one. This man is a very jealous man because he has been eyeing and chasing one of the visitors of my client, but that one ought to no avail.
Excuse me, Mama Joe is there.
Hold on.
She is beautiful.
That is no, Mama Joe is old.
She's not old.
And my client,
She's not old.
Stop interrupting.
My client, the visitor, is a young girl. You know, all these old landlords, they know how to chase young girls. That is number 4. Then finally, the last but not the least. You know, because of this visitor that he has been chasing, that made him to serve this man quick notice, and he has never catched any of them.
He has never what?
Catched it. Catch it. ED.
Catched.
ED.
Not caught.
Catch. ED. Surface.
He's correcting you.
Caught.
It's not CUTU.
CAUGST.
Don't worry, let me. He never catch any of them.
Mazi Power.
Doing Eba in the house. He has not caught to any of them or catches any of them doing any Eba. Even if he had, you have collected your money. What if this man happened to be a married man? Now let me come to the point of the kind of job he does. He does. He is a movie man.
Hey!
Part of his job.
He's a filmmaker.
A filmmaker.
Okay.
A filmmaker.
Is that the reason?
Those are his cast.
Hey!
Yes.
Casting
Only
grants.
female cast.
Only female cast.
Of course.
Only female cast.
Men also come. Men, you give them appointment outside. Female, you bring them inside for good tutoration and tutor so that you can know what.
My lord, you can hear what Mazi
That's
say.
the kind of job he does. In fact, after we pick the call, we fired her.
Okay. Let's get to the.
He has no point.
Yeah, he's more than one. But just have to. Number one, he radio. They come late at night. That's it. He comes in late.
It's an allegation.
It's not allegation. These are true. Number two, we see different faces. He sees different faces in the compound every day. Sir, that's Mr. Frank. He brings in. No, not playing with them in the compound. As in, we don't know. But Then number 3 is that even if they are visitors or they have come to visit him, it doesn't time that people are sleeping, that is when the loud music they will be disturbing.
Yes, sir. Client, not client. Yes, he's a bill maker. Of course, sir. Of course.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Mazi is saying he's a filmmaker. My lord, don't every day. Who is who? We don't know.
There is cast.
Hold on, they all identify themselves hold on, as guests of Frank.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Now, instead of we know guests will come. Now, normal guests, you have to come and you go. Abi, you come, you visit, you go. But which one is? But which one is the one that you now come at night? And now be you doing, yo.
What is that?
My lord, by the time we enter that one.
My lord.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back, Edward. Frank.
What's up?
My lord.
Yeah.
Even the caller and the lawyer to this Mr. Joe.
Baba.
This is a complicated lies.
There's no complicated
Number
lies.
one, let me counter him for a bit.
Yeah.
He said that they make noise at night. My lord, it is all fatal lie, like a fatal accident.
But you yourself, you said big.
Hold on. Mazi, how is that a lie? Do you sleep in that compound at night?
No, it's my client. He told me everything about the case so that I know what to defend him about. He told me what to defend.
That you are the lawyer.
The lawyer, client is still lawyer.
He told you what to say.
What to about?
Mazi, I know you are a part-time lawyer. You did not finish.
Hold on.
In this court, Mazi, are you sure you're a competent lawyer?
It's not.
This is incomplete.
It's not by you.
I am a Jupiter barrister.
But no.
So your client still orders you around?
No, I said you to talk. You know, in Jupiter we have a separate language.
We do.
And on Earth we have explanation.
In this court, see, let me tell you, the law that is applicable here in this court is the Nigerian law.
Okay.
Not Jupiter
whatever you studied in Jupiter.
Whatever thing you studied. So you have to, be cautious of what you say. So are you saying that your client
Explain.
directed you to come here? Or
Explain. In Jupiter we call it tutor. On Earth we call it explain. He explained how the case went between him and Mr. Joe. Now he said that they make noise at night. That is a fatal lie. My client has sense.
Do you have any proof before this honorable court?
Does she have to have a proof?
You see?
He's the one that's supposed to provide a proof.
If you are complaining about something, right, you should be able to bring proof.
He is the one that said that they make noise. Do you have any recorded voice of my client making noise? No.
Do you have any exhibits to show that from midnight, let's say 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., his client is making noise?
Why is it which is in
the noise?
The noise that you described to us.
Yes.
Do you have anything recorded?
No.
Wait, allow me talk. Because I don't understand. He's saying as you have.
Do you have any?
I don't have recorded voice, but I have witnesses in the house.
No witness.
Order, where are your witnesses?
Mama Ikaite.
Call him Mama Ikaite.
Mama Ikaite, at the same time, and at the same time, it's not only Mama Ikaite, we have Brother Johnson. He will come in now. After you see, Brother Johnson will come in.
Let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
They don't make noise at night. The landlord will not charge you for prostitution in his compound.
The point is not all about making noise. He's trying to channel this case to another dimension. Now, I want to counter the caller. Who said that the business he does is an illicit business.
Yes.
No. And filmmaker is not an illicit business. His cast comes for him to, even as a married man.
Even in one room, his cast secret.
My lord. Tell him to. In fact, off his mic.
It's not you that will tell me what to do. Order.
Yeah.
Are you ready to proceed?
Thank you, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, my lord.
Yeah.
What he does is a clean business. He's a filmmaker. He has a female cast that comes to collect his script. And when they are coming to collect script, he will tell them, here, this is what you say, here, this is what you say. Maybe it is during that time that the landlord will hear, he will think that maybe small rehearsal. Okay, if somebody is coming to meet you
so
and they want to say,
show to this court that the rehearsal, all this coming, the ingress and egress of your customers is just solely on script or not script writing.
solely on his business, whether it's script or not script
What
writing.
proof do you have before this court?
That my client is a filmmaker. That is all.
What is the proof?
You will watch his film. That is the proof. You will see those gears here. No, you will see those gears here. You watch his film.
Does she know any of them?
Bring the cassettes.
Go to, we are not operating. You see, he's a backward legal registrar.
I'm not
We are not operating on cassettes now.
Okay, so what
DVD. Go to YouTube. Watch venue of this film.
Play one for us.
Okay, look, I will give you his YouTube handle. Watch many. You will see those gears here.
Seriously.
How do we?
How can you tell me?
Over to you.
Thank
I'm
you,
giving you
Jared.
the proof. You are telling me that I'm not a trust
Mazi,
lawyer.
I will categorically tell you that you don't know what you are saying. My lord, as a filmmaker, you are supposed to have your own house for movies, for
Who told
production.
you?
Or
My lord, it's a
you take
fatal
them
lie.
to,
Mazi,
I'm
why
talking.
are you this court?
Or you take them to pub, maybe one field for rehearsals.
Field.
Why must
Field.
field or
Oh,
anywhere you
look
want to
at him.
use or anywhere your location?
But he has decided to use his house.
Oh,
His house.
With that.
Excuse me, my lord. Do
All
they,
die in this court.
what kind of rehearsal are you doing at night?
It's not at night. It's never at night. My lord is a
There
constituted lie.
It's not fabricated lies.
Ashwaju, have you worked on sets before?
It has
Yes,
not.
I
They
have.
shoot into the
I know
Is
they-
it in the
they-
video of football?
Hours at night.
Is it
Thank you.
football?
Now they do rehearsals at night. Is it one-on-one rehearsal that you now be doing at night? That will be hearing ye.
My lord is never at night.
Oh.
That is the point I try to
Mazi,
answer.
are you sure
Never
it's
at
never at night? Because this video I'm looking at here now, this is night.
Thank you.
This is
Even there's one Yoruba girl.
lord.
This is
Hello, my
thank
lord.
you.
There's one Yoruba
There's one Yoruba girl.
My
You
lord.
see, the Yoruba girl will even say,
It
if they call, we are
it
like,
is not
what's
a
going
landlord's
on?
house.
See?
It's a nice thing, but it's not a landlord's house.
Ah.
It's another location.
No.
Yes, it's another location.
Shebi,
Yes,
you can
yes.
hear Mazi.
I'm not contradicting. The what you are watching after the rehearsal, they don't shoot, they don't put set and on cameras on the rehearsals. It's inside the house.
What are you talking
The
about?
main shooting takes place at the real location.
You said
the
earlier
real
that
setting.
he does not do night casting.
Of course.
So why are you saying that
What?
this one is a different video?
That's what I'm saying, that what you are watching is the real setting of the movie outside the location.
So there
Are
are
you
two types of settings.
exactly?
Okay.
It's a nice scene. And mind you, a day can turn to night as an editor.
Mazi,
There's a way you can
Mazi Ogirioko.
yes, as an editor,
A day
there's a
can-
way you can turn a day to night.
Yes,
as
yes,
an editor,
yes.
as an editor.
Yes.
So are you saying the editor turns this day?
That is what happened. Yes,
Call in the
Okay.
editor and let's.
you will see after the break.
Magic editor.
Bro,
We need to go on a break right now. We
You
need
will-
to take a break right now. When we come
Okay.
back, the conversation is going to continue. Still the People's Court right here on Law FM 103.9. Don't go anywhere. Alright, welcome back here. It's still tuning on Lockdown's Law FM 103.9, your station for knowledge and entertainment. The program is still the People's Court, and today on the show, Frank has dragged his landlord to court over a notice to quit. So he has been given a notice to quit to vacate his apartment due to an activity that did not please the landlord. The landlord, Mr. Joseph or Babajo, in a letter noted that he wanted Frank to move out regardless of the expiration of his tenancy, adding that he had had enough of Frank's inappropriate behavior. So, the landlord explained that the act of prostitution in which Frank brought several girls into the apartment is the reason for the notice to quit. And according to the landlord, several warnings had been given to Frank to desist from his sexual activity, but to no avail. Frank responding said that the landlord had no right to tell him who he could or could not bring to his house, and it wasn't the landlord's business if he was sleeping with the girls or not. He also added that he is a peaceful person who went about his business and paid his dues on time, and that this act by the landlord is as a result of jealousy, because the landlord had tried several times to woo one of the girls that came regularly, but she paid no attention to him.
Yes. You know, these people, anytime they come around, we don't know who is dirty between them and their visitee.
VCT.
The visitors and the visitee. ó yà yín lẹ́nu èmi náà fẹ́
Please.
ìbò
Already affecting you with
Take-
his
Take a note.
grammar.
take note.
Yeah, take a note.
Because yes, after you have done everything, you have
He has
come.
done everything.
Thank God, Mazi. Yeah, God will bless this one that you. Mazi,
Okay.
I'll make sure
Let's go over to the WhatsApp platform. We have a message there.
it will refund him his balance.
It's quite unfortunate that Baba Joe, I don't know how much he paid this lawyer to come and double his own lie here. But God forbid, and from the Jupiter experience I have, I will not allow this case to vanish this way. My Lord, yes, there is ethics, conduct, and custom and constitution that is guarding every compound or apartment. When Frank, my client, was packing in, everything was boldly stated and he read it before he now made a move to pay for the apartment. My Lord, are you concurring?
I'm listening to you.
Thank you. Now, if you read the statement very well, there is a place that was stated that it was out of jealousy that the landlord was chasing one of my client visitor, and that one categorically told the landlord no. That was why he now formed it and calculated all the indices and acquitted that equate it, not acquit it.
My Lord,
equate it that he's
is a lie.
using it as a prostitution.
That
My
is a
Lord,
fatal lie.
I have clearly stated the job that my client does. Everybody watches film, and this is how the filmmakers does. Are you getting me? Now, you paid for an apartment. The landlord was aware, fully aware, even before my client packed into the compound, what my client does. It was just out of jealousy. Now, if you happen to give the landlord one of those gears to have a bar with it, I bet you that the landlord will not complain again.
My Lord.
So it's not not to have his
My
way.
Lord, this is a lie.
My Lord.
All that in this court, Ashiwaju Mazi is saying that your client needs one.
He does not. He does not.
One babe to help
One
her
babe.
out.
My client does not want any of them.
Eh?
What is there in when you see somebody? That day I asked him because I knew Mazi would talk about this. That is it true that what Mr. Frank said about you talking to one of, he said no, that when the guy is that one even have good character among all of them. But that when he came in,
Can you
when
hear?
she came in, she greeted everybody like ọmọ dada báwo ni o, hope you are okay, do you bring anything, kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, just normal greeting, that just say ọmọ dada in it, yeah, and that's all. You are not saying that, yeah, he did okay, what's the name of the girl? He does not know. Call her and tell Mazi to call his client to call that girl so that she can testify to this.
Before I go ahead to the number, the name of the girl is Cynthia. Please put it down.
She's a sinner.
Cynthia, so that you will not.
How do you know the name of the girl is Cynthia?
Yes, it's my. That is what the one that was causing a stir and the roar in this case.
How do you know her name is Cynthia?
My client, he told me. He said
Your
that was the
client
one the
told you.
landlord was chasing.
What's her complexion?
And she's tall in complexion. Sorry, she's fair in complexion.
Tall in complexion, first
No, she's fair
she's
in
not fair in complexion, and her name is not even Cynthia.
So that's not the one the landlord is
That
after.
Oshe.
So the landlord is actually after one of the
No, the landlord said
oh.
the landlord wasn't after them, after her. The landlord said there's one of them that can hold rumu, and everybody that rumu is someone that is not too tall, not too someone like cancer now. That's she.
They are using him for bad example. Oh.
Is it that we look
They are using him for bad example.
Yeah, it's someone that is chubby now. That's not too chubby and not too.
someone like Mazi?
No, we are not talking about people that are short.
We are not talking about female attribute here. My Lord, this is just a question of jealousy, and that one will be sorted. If
How
the
will a landlord jealous?
Yes. What, my Lord, I will ask.
Wait, what is going on with this bad grammar? Like, he's giving me headache.
No, jealous.
Jealous
and
is what are you?
How will a landlord jealous his tenant?
Why can't a landlord? Jealousy is a human emotion.
Is
He's not
depicted in
even
emotion
jealous.
of a human being.
Say jealous.
Yes.
Let's go to the further.
I was saying something very, very important.
Something.
Yes. You know, quit notice is not what you just notice something from somebody and you just have somebody to quit. My Lord. Do you know the
So
expense?
what is notice to quit?
The notice to quit is telling somebody a specific time that you should move out of the house.
Okay.
With a specific reasoning.
So this landlord has not given it.
He has no specific reason. And the reason is given is null and
He has
void.
given a specific reason.
That's
Right, I gave a specific reason. He said that he finds it intolerable to live with this guy because of the various ladies he brings to his house.
the specific reason is specificless because those are his visitors, of which I have characterized as his cast in the
so if
movie.
you're saying they are his visitors, don't forget that from the storyline,
Okay.
it says according to the landlord, several warnings have been handed over to the tenant to desist from, his sexual activity. So why didn't your client explain to the landlord that these people are not my girlfriends, but rather they are my what?
workers.
I will explain that.
Let's go
Yes.
like distribution.
There was a question that you raised. Those visitors and the one that he has been given. Now, if you have a movie to shoot and you have like a 10 female cast and all of them are coming, or maybe two are coming in a day or one in a day in 10 days. When you see somebody enter your compound, the landlord will see it as a prostitution setting. He will go and warn. Another one will come. He will go and warn. My client will keep telling him that these are my cast. These are my business partners. People that do business with me. Yes. Now, when they kept coming and he warned him to desist these people from coming, that is his business. And he doesn't have any shop, except when he arrange shooting there, he will go outside and shoot. So how can he, if he have to stop it, where will he get money to pay his house rent and take care of his
My
family?
lord.
My lord, I'm coming.
Okay.
Where are
Please
you
hold
going
it.
to?
I'm coming. Now, he has given this several warning. That is why I said it's specific lesson. It's specific lesson. Because those are his clients.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Okay, Mazi.
No male client, only female client, and they only come in the evening.
Male also come.
Male don't come.
His sisters also come.
Okay.
But the landlord just characterize them that they are they are prostitution. Why? Because he did not get one of the girls that he was
No,
chasing.
nah, he will
No,
just
no,
he
we
will,
need
he will
to
just
go.
jump to conclusion because they don't disturb at night with different noise.
Come back, you'll be required to give your closing arguments, Jerry.
Okay, landlord no be collect back.
Bada igi yamanyo. Wait oh. Hey, which kind of wahala be this? Now next week.
The People's Court right here, Law FM 103.9. Mazi, what do you want this court to do for you?
What I
One
want.
sentence.
Oh, okay. What I want the court to do in one sentence is this: let them leave my client alone, and let the landlord face his business. Stop listening to anything that my client does. That is his business. I
Okay.
used to survive.
That's
Yes, thank you.
Ashwaju.
Thank you, my lord. What I want this court to do, not even me. What Baba Joe want this court to do is number one. Oga Frank.
One sentence.
In one sentence, Oga Frank should deduce from bringing in different ladies to the compound. If he cannot stop, he should move out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Legal register.
At least let us know one.
Wow.
Legal register.
All right, my lord. I would say that okay. So I've heard what they've talked about. I would be coming from the angle of law anyway. That when it comes to notice to quit, each tenant have they're entitled actually to a notice to quit, and depending on it all depends on the type of tenancy. Now, looking at this particular scenario, Frank is a yearly tenant, meaning that he's entitled to 6 months notice to quit.
Thank you.
Now, the question arises whether or not, the notice to quit given by Baba Joseph was actually a 6 months notice to quit. If it wasn't, then it is not valid. And it cannot evict him before the expiration of his tenancy.
Of his tenancy.
However, if he wants to say by fire by force, I want you to leave my premise, sure, why
Premises.
not? It's your house, so you can definitely do that. However, I would advise my lord that if he chooses that path, you should be able to refund and ready to refund the rent
Yes.
that Frank paid for the premise.
Okay, thank you very much, legal counsel. I would say that Frank has until the end of his tenancy to move out of the house if the landlord still insists. But just like the legal registrar said, if Babaju wants Frank to leave immediately, he has to be ready to refund the remaining months of the rent.
You give him.
Yes. Thank you. And the remaining 6 months is still far. So yes, my client has the time to still leave. Yes. You still have the time to leave. Yes.